Welcome to This Day in Baseball. We bring you everything from the thrill of victory to the agony of defeat and every milestone and oddball event in between. Today's game is courtesy of thisdayinbaseball.com. You can come for a peek, make friends for a lifetime. Before, after, and during the game, check out the links below the video and visit the player pages, parks, and teams as you listen to this blast from the past. You can catch us on every social media platform, and I want to do a special thanks to MLB Classic Radio Archives for this broadcast. Now, let's play ball.
Bobby Richardson swinging the bat alongside home plate, loosening up a little bit. Coaching down at third for the Yankees, Frank Crissetti. Over at first, Wally Moses. Richardson has been up 14 times this year with 3 base hits, 1 run batted in, batting .214. Down the left field and right field lines is 309 feet here at Memorial Stadium. And they have brought the fence in right and left field to where it's just 360 now at the end of the fence. It used to be 380 feet. And they tell me that Gus Triandos just snuck one over the 360-foot sign for a home run. So Gus has benefited already. All right, Skinny Brown into the windup. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. Richardson hits it to right center field. Earl Robinson moving to his right, under it, and takes it for the first out. So Bobby got good wood on the ball, the first pitch of the ball game. A little too high up in the air. And that'll bring up Tom Tresh, switch hitting shortstop for the Yankees. Tresh is 3 for 12 on the year. No extra base hits, no RBIs. He's batting .250. Batting left-handed against Skinny Brown. On deck, Roger Maris. Pitch low inside, ball 1. Well, that's right. Phil Linds's hometown here in Baltimore. And there were quite a few articles in the local Baltimore papers about Linds and Tresh and the battle they've had through the years. Tresh always beating him out, so he got a few boos. There's a foul back off the screen. 1-1. Some youngsters might be disheartened and disgruntled and could conceivably quit baseball, having run up against this situation. Tresh and Linds for the last 3 years have battled for the shortstop berth, and Tresh has won out each year. But Linds says he's ready anytime. There's a knuckleball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. A lot of Linds relatives and friends here tonight. Skinny Brown with a short windup. Line drive. Foul just outside the foul line, deep in the right field corner, as Tom Tresh got around on a curveball. Counts even at 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the first, no score. The Yankees and the Orioles, and it looks like Tresh split his bat as he hit that line drive near the handle, going in for another piece of lumber. Baltimore and the Yankees meet again tomorrow and Thursday night, and we'll be on the air at 7:55 each night. So Tresh gets himself a new bat. Outfield shifting around on Tresh a little bit, playing him to pull slightly. Skinny Brown ready. The 2-2 pitch is a knuckleball popped in the air, the right side of the infield. Jim Gentile moves under it and takes it for the second out. So it's 2 up and 2 down, and here comes Roger Maris.
In the third position,
Woke the crowd up a little bit. Maris walking to the plate. Roger is 3 for 14. 1 homer, 3 runs batted in, batting .214. Skinny Brown ready. His pitch to Maris. Knuckleball sails in on Maris. He gets down on 1 knee, ball 1. On deck, Mickey Mantle. Brown's fastball line to center field for a base hit. Jackie Brent in on. Ball gets flying slightly. Maris around first and then holds on. And Roger really got the good wood on that ball. It hit the grass and skipped and almost got by Jackie Brant. There's the first base hit of the ball game. And it brings up Mickey Mantle. And Mantle gets a big roar from the crowd. Mickey is 4 for 8. 1 homer, 3 runs batted in, batting an even .500. Mick has had 3 hits in his last 3 official times at bat and has reached base in his last 6 trips to the bat. Pitch to Mickey. Knuckleball outside. Ball one. Skinny Brown made the statement that he does not like to pitch in cold weather, especially a knuckleball pitcher who has to have a lot of feeling in his fingers and knuckles. Maris leading away. Pitch to Mantle. Over strike call. That was another knuckleball. On deck, Johnny Blanchard. 2 out. No score in the top of the first. Stretched by Brown. Knuckle to Mickey. Swung at and missed. Strike two. So Brown has thrown Mantle 3 straight knuckleballs. Triandos does not use the oversized glove to catch Skinny Brown, even though he does have a fine knuckler. He just uses it when Wilhelm's pitching. All right, here's a stretch. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Knuckleball hit in the left field. Howell coming on fast and makes the running catch of a sinking line drive in short left field. As Mantle went with the knuckleball, got good wood on it. For the Yankees in the top of the first, no runs, 1 hit, no Baltimore errors, 1 man left. At the end of 1/2 inning, it's the Yankees nothing and the Orioles coming to bat. For the Yankees, Whitey Ford making his second start of the year. He started against Baltimore on opening day. Was not the pitcher of record either way. Has no decisions this year. And leading off for Baltimore, Johnny Temple. No score. Cal Irma coaching at third. George Stoller at first base for Baltimore. Temple batting an even 300. Whitey Ford's first pitch is low and away, ball 1. Temple is 3 for 10. Has 1 homer, 1 run batted in, 1 stolen base. And that was all against the Yankees. Right-hand hitting second baseman. Takes a fastball over strike called, 1-1. Last year, Whitey Ford won 4 and lost 1 of the Orioles. Slow curve outside, ball 2. 2-1. The only game Whitey lost to Baltimore last year was a 1-0 game in which Steve Barber hurled the shutout for Baltimore. A little left-hander ready. Boyer is in at third. Fastball is an attempted butt, foul back off the screen. Boyer was playing in on Temple, and Johnny still tried to drop a bunt. Whitey Ford is the only active Major League pitcher to have better than a .500 lifetime winning percentage against every club in the American League. Counts even at 2-2. On deck, Earl Robinson. Wind up by Whitey. Curveball hit slowly down to third. Boyer comes in, up with it, fires across the Skowron. It's 1 away. Whitey hit Temple on the fist with that breaking pitch. Here's Earl Robinson.
In the second position,
Robinson's off to a slow start. He's 1 for 12.
14.
Batting .083. Right hand hitting right fielder. Gets down the severe crouch. Whitey's curve is swung at and missed. Strike 1. On deck, John Boog Powell. Outfield deep straight away on Robinson. Fastball swung and missed. Strike 2. He tried to go to right field with the fastball that tailed away from him. Whitey had a little mustard on that fastball. 0-2. The windup. Fastball just a little bit low, ball 1. Just dipped below the knees. Whitey checks the sign from Howard. Swings into his windup. Slow curve hit off the plate, but foul to the right of the plate. Howard grabs it before it hits the ground. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on. No score here in the bottom half of the first inning. The Orioles have won 2 and lost 2 so far this year. The Yankees have won 2 and lost 1. Whitey shakes off one sign. Now he's ready. Fastball low inside. 2-2. Whitey rubbing up the ball. a little left-handers ready. Here's his 2-2 delivery. A curveball low, and it's a full count on Robinson. 3-2. Orioles fans are real Rabbit fans. Get lots of excitement, lots of noise here at Memorial Stadium, especially when the Yankees are in town. Ready now for the payoff pitch to Robinson. Here it is, and it's a check swing, but he fouled it. As Whitey came in with a breaking pitch, and Robinson undecided whether to swing, just did get a piece of the ball. Still 3-2. Joe, you better let me know if I'm talking too loud again. Got these earmuffs on. Can't hear myself. Again, the 3-2 delivery. Low, ball 4. Whitey curved him again, but got this one below the knees. And there's the first base runner for Baltimore. And it brings up John Boog Powell. Powell is 5 for 15, 1 double, 1 run batted in, batting .333. Powell had a rough opening day against the Yankees. He was 0 for 4, had 3 strikeouts. Robinson leading away. The pitch to Powell outside, and the curveball, ball 1. But since opening day, he has had 5 hits and 11 times at bat. 2 of Powell's 3 strikeouts in the first game were against Whitey Ford, who's facing him now. Stretched by Whitey. Pitch in there, strike ball, 1-1. Powell is really big, and they say he's going to get bigger. 6'4", 235 pounds. I don't see how he can get too much bigger. Fastball over, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, Jim Gentile. Skowron holding first against Robinson. 1 out. Whitey sets. Curve is outside. Ball 2. 2-2. Johnny Blanchard shading Powell over towards left center field. All right, Whitey set. Checks the runner at first base. Curve hit on the ground. Wide of first. A base hit to right field. There's Robinson around second, digging for third. Maris up, little throw comes into second base. And the youngster pulled the curveball in the hole between first and second for the first Oriole hit. And now the Birds are threatening here in the bottom of the first with Jim Gentile, the batter. Gentile batting .385, off to a fast start. 5 for 13, has 1 double, 2 runs batted in. Big, strong left-hand hitter. Skowron holding first against Powell. Robinson leading off third. The infield in double play depth and deep, and the outfield deep. Stretched by Whitey. Pitch to Gentile. A curve low outside, ball 1. Gentile, who holds that bat right down in the end, pounds the bat on the plate. Wide stance at the plate. On deck, Jackie Brandt. Runners lead off first and third. Pitch to Gentile. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1. And whenever I say a swing with Gentile, you know he takes his cut. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 men on. No score. Bottom of the first. Whitey stretches. Skowron playing back. Then comes over to first. Whitey throws, but Powell is back in plenty of time as a throw went over his head. Whitey has many pickoff moves to first base. All right, the stretch again. 1-1 pitch. Curve outside, ball 2, 2-1. Whitey has been missing with his curveball on the outside part of the plate for left-hand hitters. The Yankee bullpen situated in right center field in back of the fence, and the Oriole bullpen in left center field. Also behind the fence. 2 balls, 1 strike on Gentile. Pitch is a curve high, and it's ball 3 and strike 1. Howard rubbing up the ball, slowing down Whitey a little bit. Whitey with his hand in his pocket. During batting practice, Whitey split a bat, hit one off his fist. Immediately stuck his hand in his pocket, was afraid to look. He said it hurt so much he thought it was bleeding. It actually wasn't, but in this cold weather, when you hit one on your fist, it hurts. Now the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He tried to check it as he started to swing, couldn't hold up. Full count on Gentile. Powell looks over at Cal Irma, coaching at third. Elston Howard looks over the Yankee bench to see whether he should throw through or fire back to Ford. With a runner at third, sometimes the catcher will throw hard to the pitcher in hopes that the runner at third will break for the plate. Powell leads away. Here's the stretch by Whitey. The pitch, the runner doesn't go. It's hit high in the air to center field, deep enough for Robinson to score. He's tagging up Mantle under it, makes the catch, and Robinson scores as Mantle's throw comes into second base. So Baltimore takes a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning on a sacrifice fly and an RBI by Jim Gentile. Robinson scored. Powell holds it first. And it brings up Jackie Brandt. Brandt is 3 for 14, has 2 doubles, 4 runs batted in, batting .214. Brandt, a right-hand hitter. Skowron now holding the bag tight against Powell. The stretch and the pitch to Brandt is over, strike call. On deck, Brooks Robinson. Gentile hit that ball 9 miles straight up in the air in center field. Slow curve hit foul as Brandt tried to check his swing. Third base coach Cal Irma up with it. 0-2 on Brandt. Now Jackie chokes up on the bat a little more, guarding the plate. Something a lot of hitters do when they've got 2 strikes on them. They don't try to swing too hard, just meet the ball. All right, Whitey stretches. Fastball lined out to center field. Mantle in, can't get it. And it's in for a base hit. Holding his second is Powell as Jackie Brandt just met that ball and lined a single in the center field. Hit number 2 off Whitey. Runners at first and second with 2 out. Here's Brooks Robinson. Robinson batting .313. He's 5 for 16. 1 double, 1 homer, 1 run batted in. We have 2 of the finest fielding third basemen in baseball playing against each other tonight. Brooks Robinson for Baltimore and Clete Boyer for the Yankees. Powell leads off second. Brandt with a big lead off first. The stretch and the pitch is inside, ball 1. Brandt is an outstanding base runner. He can take a big jump, and he can go around those bases. Robinson, a right-hand hitter, can hit to all fields. Whitey's curve, low, ball 2, 2-0. On deck, big Gus Triandos. Two out and 2 on. Stretch. Pitch is high and tight. Ball 3. 3-0. Orioles leading 1-0. Whitey now in a jam with a 3-0 count on Robinson. Runners at first and second. Pitch to Robinson. Low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. The second walk given up by Whitey here in the bottom of the first. Robinson at first, Brandt at second, Powell at third, and Gus Triandos to batter. And it looks like we're going to have a little action in the Yankee bullpen. Bud Daly gets up in the Yankee bullpen. Whitey with his glove off, the rosin bag in his hand, looking around at his defense. Triandos batting .167. He has 1 base hit and 6 times at bat. That one a homer. Has 2 RBIs. Full windup by Whitey. Pitch to Gus is a ground foul. It almost hit foul, but he was in foul territory. Had the ball hit him, he would not have been out. As we've told you before, and the youngsters listening, if you're taking a lead off third, make sure you're taking that lead in foul territory, just in the event that a ball might hit you. Should you be in fair territory and the ball hit the runner, he would be out. The batter would be credited with a base hit, but the inning would be over. In this instance, anyway, with 2 away. 1 strike on Triandos. A wind-up by Whitey. Curve swung it, and this strike to a sharp breaking curve broke down around the knees. 0-2 on Gus. Whitey checks the sign. All 3 runners leading away. Here's his windup. Curve outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baltimore leading 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Whitey shakes off the sign. Now he's ready. Curve is high, and the count's even at 2-2. Triandos, the 7th Oriole to hit here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 hits, 2 walks, and a sacrifice fly. All right, Whitey ready now for the 2-2 delivery. Here it is. It's a curve low and away in the full count. 3-2, and now all the runners will be off with the pitch. 3-2 and 2 out. On deck, Jerry Adair, the shortstop. Howard asks Ford how he's going to play it. Pitch from a stretch position or the full windup. All right, ready for the payoff pitch to Triandos. Whitey takes the full windup. There go the runners. The pitch is fouled back off the screen, and we'll have to do it all over again. Whitey got that curve a little high, and I'm sure he's happy that Triandos fouled it off. It was up above the belt. So once again, we'll have the 3-ball, 2-strike situation with all 3 runners on the go as Whitey starts his windup. All right, Whitey's ready. There go the runners. His pitch is strike 3, swinging when after a low curveball didn't get it. So Whitey came back with the curve, picked up his first strikeout of the ball game. 4 Baltimore in the bottom of the first. 1 run, 2 hits, no Yankee errors, 3 men left, and the score at the end of 1 full inning: Baltimore 1 and the Yankees 0. First pitch foul down the seats down the right field line. In that Pittsburgh-Chicago game, Leppert homered for the Pirates. Brock and Santo homered. Santos with a man on. St. Louis at Philadelphia postponed called. And the Dodgers beat the Giants 8-7. Sherry relieved Drysdale. Drysdale was the winner. McCormick the loser. Knuckleball to Blanchard high and away. 1-1. Harkness homered with a man on for the Dodgers in the second. Frank Howard homered in the third with 1 on. Bailey homered with nobody on for the Giants. 1-1 pitch is a ground ball hit to third off the end of the bat. Brooks Robinson bobbles it, picks it up, throws to first. No, he's safe at first. As Blanchard hit one off the end of the bat, a real scribble with a lot of English on it. And as it got to Robinson, it spun out of his glove. About 2 feet to his right, he picked it up, threw off balance. And it's an error charged to Brooks Robinson. A tricky ball to handle as Blanchard hit a knuckleball off the end of the bat. And here's Elston Howard. Blanchard was up there batting .333. Howard is batting .538. Pitch to Ellie is a strike on the outside corner. Howard is 7 for 13, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, 2 runs batted in. Of his 7 base hits, 6 have been for extra bases. Blanchard leading away. The pitch to Ellie, knuckleball hit on the ground to short, could be 2. Adair to Temple for 1, back to first, double play. A perfect double play ball. It's sharply to shortstop, to second to first. So it's 2 out, and it brings up the Moose. Skowron batting .231. He's 3 for 13, 1 homer, 4 runs batted in.
Number 14, Bill Skowron.
1-0 Baltimore leads in the top of the second. 2 out, nobody on. Skinny Brown throwing that knuckleball. And now Skowron passes the time and goes back to the Yankee bench. I believe he forgot his helmet. Yes, he did. Or did he? Yes, he did. Clete Boyer picks it up and gives it to Moose. One good thing about being compulsory to wear helmets, the umpires notice it, and they do the batter a favor when they remind them that they've forgotten their helmet, especially in this cold weather. Skinny Brown comes in with a knuckleball. It's fouled back off the screen. Brown has thrown at least 75% of his pitches as knuckleballs. One strike to the Moose. Clete Boyer on deck. The windup and the curve low and away gets away from Triandos. 1-1. Now, Paul Richards was still managing the Orioles. Triandos would have ran after that ball. Richards liked to keep the same ball in play, if possible, and when the pitch got by the catcher, he wanted them to chase it down. He didn't like to get new baseballs in the game. 1-1 pitch, low outside on the knuckleball. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a drive deep to right field, way back there. Plenty far enough if it stays fair, and it's foul. Going back into the bleachers, but curving foul at the last second. A high, twisting fly ball down the right field line. Two and 2 on Moose. Skowron with power to all fields, though if you ask Moose what type pitch he hit, he can't tell you. He said he moves his head at the last second and never does see the ball. The 2-2 pitch. Kerr swung it and missed, strike 3. Skinny Brown gets his first strikeout. The Yankees, nothing across, no runs, no hits, 1 Baltimore error, nobody left. At the end of an inning and a half, it's Baltimore 1 and the Yankees nothing.
Batting in the 8th position, the shortstop, number 7.
Leading off for Baltimore here in the bottom of the second, Jerry Adair, the Orioles shortstop. Big, tall right-hand hitter, batting .273. 3 for 11, 1 double, 4 runs batted, and he swings at a curve, doesn't get it, strike 1. Baltimore leading 1-0. Whitey's slow curve swung it and missed, strike 2, and that was a bad pitch. The motion fooled Adair, and he actually swung at Whitey's motion. The ball was low and way outside. Nothing in 2. Tom Tresh playing a deep shortstop. Curve fouled at the plate. Count holds it, nothing in 2. Joe Paparella takes a look at the ball. Keeps it in play. All right, Whitey ready. 2-strike curve, swung it and missed, strike 3. And Whitey's breaking that curve ball beautifully now, down low. That's his second strikeout.
Batting in the 9th position, the pitcher, number 28, Hal.
That'll bring up Hal Skinny Brown, who is 0 for 1 this year as a batter. One out, nobody on. One strike on Brown. Whitey ready. Fastball low, 1-1. Brown, a right-hand hitter, choking up on the bat. Not a bad hitting pitcher. Swings and misses a curve, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maris not playing too deep in right field. Mantle straightaway center. The wind-up by Whitey. Curveball swung it and missed, strike 3. So Whitey now has struck out the last 3 men that he's faced for his 3 strikeouts in the ball game. And it'll bring up Johnny Temple. Temple bounced to third base his first time at bat. Slow curve to Temple, foul to the left of the plate, strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Baltimore leading 1-0. They scored their 1 run in the bottom of the first inning. Boyer playing Temple in at third base. Whitey's slow curve swung at, and missed strike 2. And Whitey has got beautiful motion now on that curveball. He was a little off with it in the first inning, as he got himself in a jam by getting behind on the hitters. All right, Whitey ready. Fast curve, strike 3, and Whitey Ford struck out the side here in the bottom of the second inning and has struck out 4 Orioles in a row. Nothing across for Baltimore in the bottom of the second, and the score at the end of 2, Baltimore 1 and the Yankees nothing.
The Orioles leading 1-0, scoring on a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Saturday, incidentally, will be Ladies' Day, the first Ladies' Day of the season. And then, of course, as we mentioned, the first big doubleheader coming up on Easter Sunday. Clete Boyer leading off as we move to the top of inning number 3.
Skinny Brown's pitch to Boyer is over, strike 1 call. Boyer has reached base in his last 5 trips to the plate, and 9 of 12 overall. Leads the club in hitting with a .667 average. Curve fouled off the end of the bat as he tried to check his swing. Nothing in 2 on Boyle, leading off here in the top of the third inning. Boyer wearing only 1 glove tonight. He's been wearing 2. Knuckleball popped in the air to the right side. Gentile is moving back. He's in foul territory and takes it for the first out. As Boyer fouls out to Gentile, it'll bring up Whitey Ford. Whitey has been up twice this year without a base hit.
In the 9th position, the pitcher, number 16, Whitey Ford.
Whitey bats him left-handed. On deck, Bobby Richardson. Skinny Brown's curve inside, ball 1. Outfield plays Whitey quite shallow. He's a line drive type hitter. Curve hit on the ground to first base, but it kicks foul just before it gets to the bag. 1-1 on 4. Brown has thrown very few fastballs tonight. He's thrown 2 curves to Whitey already. And to the rest of the Yankee hitters, he's been throwing mostly knuckleballs. We told you very little wind tonight, less than 10 miles per hour. And it seems to be dying down a little. There's a fastball fouled back off the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Skinny Brown goes to the rosin bag. Brown's lifetime record against the Yankees, 6 wins, 15 defeats. Knuckleball popped in the air. The shortstop, Jerry Adair, moves under it and makes the catch. That's 2 up and 2 down. And it brings up Bobby Richardson, who flied to right center field in the first inning.
Bobby Richardson.
Brown has the Yankees hitting the ball up in the air. Only 1 ground ball. But that one was turned into a double play. Knuckleball is high to Richardson, ball 1. On deck, Tom Tresh. 2 out, nobody on. Baltimore leads 1-0, top of the third. Curve outside. 2 balls, no strikes. wind up by Brown. His curve hit on the ground to third. One hop to Brooks Robinson. Over to Gentile for the out, and the Yankees are retired. In order here in the top of the third, nothing across, and the score at the end of 2.5, Baltimore 1 and the Yankees nothing.
Robinson.
Hal Robinson leading off for Baltimore here in the bottom of the third. Robinson walked and scored the game's only run in the first inning. Whitey Ford's curveball is flying to left field. Blanchard coming on fast, and he's got it. Man, that ball was hit on the nose. Blanchard came in fast and then had to reach up to catch that line drive. One away. And here's John Boog Powell, who singled to right field in the first inning, sending Earl Robinson to third from where he scored on Jim Gentile's sacrifice fly to center field. Man, this kid is strong. Left-hand hitter. Takes a pitch high, ball one. Gentile on deck. Sidearm curve over, strike called, 1-1. All right, the windup by Whitey. Fastball fouled off Paparella's chest protector. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baltimore 1, Yankees nothing in the last of the third. Whitey had 2 strikes on Powell last time. Pitch is fouled over towards the Yankee dugout. Out holds at 1 and 2. Whitey was in trouble in the first inning, and Ralph Houck had Bud Daly loosening up. 7 Orioles went to bat against Whitey, though they scored only 1 run as he left 3 stranded, striking Triandos out. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch outside, 2 and 2. With his feet fairly close together at the plate. Swing, did he? Wait a minute, he didn't call it yet. Paparella did not call it. He checked his swing and signed. And the whole Yankee infield and Ford and Howard giving Paparella a beat. The curveball was in the dirt, and Powell started a swing. And Paparella said he checked his swing and signed, though none of the Yankees, including the Yankee bench, thought he had checked it in time. That makes it a full count, 3 and 2. Whitey had struck out 4 in a row before Earl Robinson lined to left field, leading off here in the bottom of the third. So it's a full count with 1 out and nobody on. Now the payoff pitch to Powell. He checks his swing, but he's out. That one was over. That time Powell checked his swing, but the curve broke over the plate. Strikeout number 5 for Whitey Ford. And it brings up Jim Gentile, who sacrificed fly to Mantle in the first inning, drove in Earl Robinson. 2 out and nobody on. The pitch to Gentile, low outside, ball 1. On deck, Jackie Brandt. Fastball swung it and missed. Strike 1, 1-1. Gentile with a perfect build for power. Fastball is inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gentile is 6'4", 215 pounds. Whitey checks a sign from Howard. Here's his 2-1 delivery. The fastball hit right back to Whitey on 1 hop. Takes his time, flips to Skowron for the out. So the Orioles set down in order here in the bottom of the third, nothing across. And the score at the end of 3 full innings, Baltimore 1 and the Yankees nothing. Tresh swings and fouls the first pitch off strike one, right back to Roger Maris in the on-deck circle. Tom Tresh popped up to Gentile, his first time at bat. Baltimore leading 1-0. Knuckleball to Tresh, line to right center field, and Brad can't get it. He tries to dive, the ball gets by him, and Tresh is going to go towards second, and he's going to go towards third. There he goes, and he's going to be in there as Jackie France tried a diving, lunging, one-hand catch, and the ball skidded by him. And I believe that'll be a triple all the way. I don't see how they could give Brad an error as Tresh hit a sinking line drive to right center field. So that's the second hit off Skinny Brown. The tying run is at third. The Yankees have Maris, Mantle, and Blanchard coming up to bat against Skinny Brown. Maris lined a single to center field in the first inning. The pitch to Roger, knuckleball high. Ball one. Ball popped out of Triandos' glove up in the air, but Gus caught it. So the official scorer has not put any error up on the board. We give Tresh a triple. His first extra base hit of the year. The pitch to Maris. A line drive right at Gentile for the out. Holy cow, he got good wood on that ball, but Gentile with that long stretch took an extra base hit away from Maris. So that's one away. And it brings up Mickey Mantle. Mantle lined to left field, his first time at bat. 1 out, Baltimore leading 1-0 in the top of the fourth. Tom Tresh at third. Frank Rossetti goes over and talks with the youngster. Tresh leading away. The windup. Pitch to Mickey's. A knuckleball high. Again pops out of Triandos' glove, but right in front of the plate. Ball one. On deck, Johnny Blanchard. Only one away. Here's the windup. Pitch to Mickey is over. Strike called. Again, the ball popped out of Gus's glove. That knuckleball is doing tricks. 1-1 on deck. Again, Skinny Brown ready. Another knuckleball. This one a little high. Ball 2-1. Ball broke sharply, but down over the letters. Brown doesn't take too much time out on the mound. Holds the ball in his glove, then goes over his head with the windup. Pitch is fouled at the plate as he took a little bit off the fastball, and Mick was out in front. Counts even at 2-2. Skinny Brown going to the rosin bag. This is the toughest spot he's been in the ball game. Here's the windup. Knuckleball fouled back off the screen. Still 2-2 on Mantle. Brooks Robinson is the only infielder playing in, and he's playing over towards shortstop, even with third base. The rest of the infield back, and the outfield, of course, deep straight away on Mickey. Skinny Brown checks the sign from Triandos. Tresh leads off third. Brown shakes his head. Now he's ready. Again, the 2-2 pitch. Knuckleball high, and it's a full count on Mantle. 3-2. Harry Burkeen, the pitching coach for the Orioles, standing up in the Baltimore dugout. All right, Skinny Brown ready. Here's the payoff pitch to Mantle. He takes it inside for ball 4. It was another knuckleball. And that's the first walk given up by Skinny Brown in the ball game. Mantle's at first, Tresh at third with 1 out. Here's Johnny Blanchard, who reached on an error in the second inning as his squibber off the end of the bat squibbed right out of Brooks Robinson's glove. Brown trying to get Blanchard to hit the ball on the ground, and Johnny trying to lift one up in the air. Here's the pitch to Blanchard. Knuckleball, pop foul. Gentile chasing it near the stands, but it goes back in about 4 rows, and he can't get it. And there's a guy who brought his glove to the game and missed the ball. Had an easy chance, and he booted it, and the fans are getting on him. One strike on Johnny Blanchard. Boy, the Yankees are seeing nothing but knuckleballs whenever Brown's in a jam. On deck, Elston Howard with one out, and Baltimore leading 1-0 in the top of the fourth. Gentile holds the bag against Mantle. Here's the stretch. Kenny Brown steps off the rubber. Again he sets. Knuckleball blocked by Triandos. Runners hold. Boy, Gus does a great job with these knuckleball pitches. I don't think it's not a tough job. Bruises all over him. 1-1 on Blanchard. Stretch by Brown. Pitch foul tip. Hops out of the Triandos' glove. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that time Brown threw the fastball, and it surprised Blanchard. Johnny was not quick enough to get out in front of it. He had a good cut, but a little late. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's one of the few fastballs that Brown has thrown tonight. All right, Mantle leads off first. Tresh off third. Knuckleball outside, and the count's even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. It's getting to be a great rivalry between the Orioles and the Yankees. All right, ready for the 2-2 delivery. Here it is, and it's low. Picked up by Triandos, and it's a full count now on Blanchard. 3-2 with 1 out. Mantle looks over at Frank Crosetti, see if he's going to be off with the pitch. Mick, who is an excellent base runner. Of course, it's a tough spot to throw the knuckleball with a man in a stealing situation. Tough for Triandos to handle. Here's the stretch. Mantle leads away. Mickey's going. The pitch is popped in the air to short right field. Tresh is tagging up. Earl Robinson is coming under it. He makes the catch. Tresh bluffs coming home. The throw is cut off by Gentile, and the runner does not score. The ball was hit in very shallow right field. Mantle, who had broken to second, hustled back to first, and Tresh bluffed the throw, hoping that Robinson would throw it away. He had no chance in the world to score. And the batter will be Elston Howard, who bounced into a double play in the second inning. So now it's 2 out, and runners at first and third. Baltimore leading 1-0. Top of the fourth. On deck is Bill Skowron. Brooks Robinson yelling to Johnny Temple that if the ball's hit to him, he's going to throw to second base. All right, here's the stretch. Knuckleball to Howard. Line to base hit to left field, and the ball game's tied up. Tresh scores. Mantle stops at second base. Powell started to throw that ball and dropped it, but Mickey could not advance. A line single off the knuckleball to left field by Elston Howard. And Tom Tresh scores. The ball game tied at 1-1. And that'll bring up the Moose, who struck out swinging in the second inning. For Howard, that's his 3rd run batted in. That's his 8th hit this season. Only his 2nd single. The other 6 have been extra base hits. 4 doubles, a triple, and a homer. On deck, Clete Boyer. Mantle at second, Howard at first. Pitch is outside, ball 1. There's a ground ball up the middle. A base hit to center field. Here comes Mantle around third. He'll score. Howard's trying for third. Here's a throw. And Howard is in there. The throw. They got Skowron. No, they haven't. And boy, now they've got Howard trapped between third and home. Triandos to Brooks Robinson. And Howard gets back. No, he's out. He ran out of the baseline. Crosetti is arguing with Bill Kinnaman. But Kinnaman says that Howard ran out of the baseline as he tried to elude the tag by Brooks Robinson. So we'll reconstruct that play. A single up the middle by the Moose. It scored Mantle. from third base. Howard rounded second, went to third. As Jackie Brandt's throw was wide of third, Skowron started towards second. Robinson started to throw to first. As he did, Howard broke for the plate. Then Robinson ran Howard towards home, threw to the catcher, and as Howard tried to get back to third, Triandos threw to Robinson, too late, but Bill Kenneman, the third base umpire, said Howard went out of the baseline in trying to avoid the tag and was called out. So let's see, that play will go 8 to 5 to 2 to 5. But the Yankees now take the lead 2-1 as they come up with 2 runs on 3 base hits. No Baltimore errors, 1 man left, and the score now at the end of 3.5, the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. For Baltimore, it'll be Jackie Brandt, who singled to center field in the first inning. Yankees now leading 2-1 as they came up with 2 in the top of the 4th. And a weird play got the Yankees out of the inning. Ralph Houk charged out of the dugout along with Crissetti and Howard and arguing with Bill Kenneman that Howard did not go out of the baseline, but umpire has the last word. The curve is inside ball 1. Whitey Ford on the mound for the Yankees. On deck, Brooks Robinson. Fastball foul back off the screen, 1-1. Here's the windup. Fastball is high, ball 2. That's some action in the Baltimore bullpen. Curve hit high in the air to deep left field. Blanchard going back in front of the wall. Now he comes in and makes the catch not too far from the left field wall. One away as Grant flies out high and deep to left field.
Robinson.
Little conference out on the mound. Right now we'll pause for station identification.
Friends, neighbors, lend me your ear for the sound that makes care disappear.
This is WOKO Albany, one of America's great radio stations. WOKO time, 2.5 past the hour of 9 p.m.
Curve on the inside corner, strike call. The 1-strike pitch. Fastball over strike 2 as Brooks Robinson stepped back from the fastball that broke over the plate. The fastball is over strike 3. Again, Whitey threw the fastball, and again Brooks Robinson leaned away from the pitch. And it came back in, and Whitey chalks up a 6th strikeout of the ball game. That's 2 away, and here's Gus Triandos, who struck out his first time at bat. Pitch to Gus, swing and a miss, strike 1. Art Quirk, a left-hander, is loosening up in the Baltimore bullpen. On deck, Jerry Adair with 2 out, nobody on, and the Yankees leading 2-1. A curve is hit deep. That one's gone, and that ties the ball game up again. A long home run in the left field seat. Boy, there was no question about that one. Triandos hit a curveball, a good curveball, deep into the left field seat. And the ball game is tied up at 2-2. For Big Gus, his 2nd home of the year and his 3rd run batted in. So Triandos, who struck out with the bases loaded and 2 out in the first inning, redeems himself in the eyes of the Orioles fans anyway with a long home run. Here's Jerry Adair, who struck out his first time at bat. 2 away. The pitch to Adair. Bounces in the front of the plate. Ball 1. Man, I said it. Triandos hit that one with all his power. Blanchard didn't even turn around. That ball sailed into the seats in a hurry. 1-0 curve. Hit on the ground to third. Boyer coming in. Up with it. Throws to Skowron, and that's all for Adair in the Orioles here in the bottom of the 4th inning. But Baltimore comes up with 1 run on the homer by Triandos. No Yankee errors. Nobody left. And at the end of 4 full innings, the Yankees 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Baltimore 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. And fans, right now, I'd like to mention that the second half of this game is being brought to you by today's Ballantine beer. For one beer, Golden Mellow from the Golden Harvest. So settle back and enjoy baseball and Ballantine beer. On the scoreboard, Cleveland leads Boston 1-0 at the end of 4. White Sox shut out Minnesota 8-0. Detroit beat Washington 9-2. And Kansas City at Los Angeles has not started. In the National League, Houston beats the Mets 5-2 in 11 innings. I'd sure like to see those Mets get that first win. Pittsburgh beat Chicago 10-6, and the Cubs still haven't won a game. St. Louis at Philadelphia postponed cold weather, and the Dodgers beat the Giants 8-7. For the Yankees, it'll be Clete Boyer, Whitey Ford, and Bobby Richardson to face Skinny Brown, with the score all tied at 2-2. Boyer fouled out to Jim Gentile, his first time at bat. Skinny Brown ready. His pitch is hit deep to left field. If it stays fair, it's plenty far enough, and it's a fair ball and a home run for Clete Boyer, as he caught hold of one of Brown's fastballs, one of the few he's thrown, and hit it high and deep in the left field seat. Clete Boyer's second home run of the year, and the Yankees take the lead again, this time 3-2. And now Boyer, who came into the ball game 6 for 9, is now 7 for 11. Pretty lucky numbers, 7-11. And here's Whitey Ford, who popped up to the shortstop in the 3rd inning. Pitch to Whitey's a ground ball back to Brown. He has it on one hop, wheels around, throws to Gentile, and Ford's retired. That'll bring up Bobby Richardson. Bobby fly to right, bounce to third.
Bobby Richardson.
Art Quirk, the left-hander, is up again in the Baltimore bullpen. On deck, Tom Tresh. Pitch for Richardson, low, ball 1. Skinny Brown comes back with a fastball foul out of play down the right field line. One and one on Bobby, 1 out and nobody on. New York 3, Baltimore 2. This is the top of the 5th. One knuckleball foul over towards the Orioles dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. For Boyer, that was his 3rd run batted in on the year. Knuckleball fouled and coming out of play, back in the seats over the Yankee dugout. One ball, 2 strikes on Clete. Here's the windup. Curve is popped off the end of the bat to Jim Gentile at first base. Jim takes it for the out. As Bobby hit the curveball right off the end of the bat. That's 2 away, and here's Tom Tresh. Popped to first and then tripled to right center field and scored in the 4th inning. Switch hitting shortstop, batting left-handed. It was Tom's first extra base hit. Fourth time he scored this year. The pitch to Tresh. Knuckleball over, strike call. Another knuckleball. This one's outside. 1-1. One curve foul back off the screen. A high curveball. Tresh had a good cut. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We told you Phil Lynn's returning to his hometown tonight. He's from Baltimore. Knuckleball outside. Count even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on. Roger Maris on deck. Knuckleball line deep to right, but curving foul back into the bleachers. Tresh out in front of the knuckleball. Again, the 2-2 delivery. Curve bounces in front of the plate off Triandos' mask all the way back to the pitcher, and Joe Paparello will take a look at that ball. It's a full count on Tresh. Paparello finds the ball all right. Three and 2. Now the payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. Tresh gets a base on ball. Second walk issued by Skinny Brown.
Roger Maris.
Brings up Roger Maris. Single to center and lined out to first base. Tresh leading off first. Gentile holding him on. Throw over to first. Stretch back. Again, Brown sets. Curve low. Ball 1. Quick throw to first, stretch back. Maris still wearing 2 gloves while he's hitting. Boyer, who had been wearing 2 gloves, only wearing 1. Rogers taking no chances on hitting one off his fist. Curve foul back off the screen. 1-1 on Maris. On deck, Mickey Mantle. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Yankees leading 3-2. Stretch. There goes Tresh. The ball is low. The throw to second base. He slides and he's out. A beautiful throw by Gus Triandos. And Tresh can't believe that he's out. He had a good running jump. The knuckleball was in the dirt, and Triandos threw a strike to second base. From 2 to 6. For the Yankees, in the top of the 5th, 1 run on 1 hit, the homer by Clete Boyer. No Baltimore errors, nobody left. At the end of 4 1/2, it's the Yankees 3 and the Orioles 2. For Baltimore, in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Skinny Brown, then the top of the batting order, Johnny Temple and Earl Robinson. Yankees leading 3-2. Brown struck out in the 2nd inning. Brown choking up on the bat. Whitey's curveball is fouled over in the Baltimore dugout. Scattered the boys a little bit. 1 strike. Whitey comes back with a curve, hit foul outside the coaching box. Nice play by Cal Irma. 0-2 on Brown. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Strike 3 called. Man, Whitey had a little mustard on that fastball. Strikeout number 7 for Ford. That'll bring up Johnny Temple. Bounced to third and struck out swinging. Temple, the right-hand hitter, leadoff man. Whitey's pitch is over, strike call. Whitey had a rough first inning. 7 men went to that, though they scored only 1 run. Then he retired Baltimore in the second and third inning. Only 1 man got on base, and that was Triandos with his home run with 2 out in the fourth. Low curve line to right center field. That's a base hit. Looks like extra bases. There's Temple around first, digging for second. And he'll be in at second with a stand-up double. As Johnny Temple golfs a low curve ball in a right center field. That's the 4th hit off Whitey. And it brings up Earl Robinson. Walked and scored in the first, lined out to left field in the third. The tying run is at second base. On deck, Powell. Temple, who is a fine golfer, really golfed that low curve ball. Stretched by Whitey. Fastball is low, ball 1. Stretched by Whitey. Fastball line, past Skowron, down the right field line. Temple will score. There goes Robinson trying for 2. Here's the throw to second. He flies and he's safe at second with a double. Earl Robinson doubled just inside first base, past the lunging Skowron. And O'Maris got over there in a hurry and made a good throw to second base. Robinson slid in with a double. Back-to-back doubles, and again the ball game is tied up. This time 3-3. With 1 out. Robinson at second. That was only Robinson's second base hit of the year. The pitch to Powell, outside ball 1. Powell singled and was called out on strike. Stretched by Whitey. Curve swung and a missed, strike 1, 1-1. For Earl Robinson, his second base hit, and that was his first run batted in on the year. Bud Daly, the left-hander, and Jim Coates, the right-hander, up in the Yankee bullpen with this ball game all tied up, 1 out, and Robinson at second base. Left-hand hitting Powell. Swings and fouls the pitch off to the left of the plate. Boyer chasing it, but the ball's going back into the stands. One ball, 2 strikes on John Boog Powell. Each team now with 3 runs and each team with 5 base hits. The Orioles have made the only error in the ball game. Stretched by Whitey. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Curve is outside, and the count's even at 2-2. On deck is Jim Gentile. Two balls, 2 strikes. Whitey set. Pitch fouled off the end of the bat, back in the upper deck. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Earl Robinson leads off second. Tresh trying to hold him close. There's the stretch. Pitch is hit high in the air. The shortstop, Tom Tresh, is calling for it. He's on the outfield grass and takes it for the out. That's 2 away. And here's Gentile. Hit a sacrifice fly and hit back to the box. 2 out, a 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the 5th inning. On deck, Jackie Brandt. Stretched by Whitey. Curve foul back in the press box. 1 strike on Gentile. Again, Whitey sets. Curve foul down the left field line, way back up in the upper deck. Nice play by a youngster there. He was going to jump right out of the upper deck. And that's high here. 0-2. Robinson at second base. Stretched by Whitey. Fastball hit on the ground to first base. Skowron up with it. Flips to Whitey, covering in time to retire Gentile. But Baltimore comes back with 1 run on 2 hits, back-to-back doubles, no Yankee errors. 1 man left. At the end of 5 innings, it's the Yankees 3 and the Orioles 3.
21 of your scorecard.
Well, after this road trip, ending here in Baltimore, the Yankees return home to Yankee Stadium next Saturday, April 21st, to face the Cleveland Indians. It'll be Ladies' Day on Saturday, and then a big doubleheader on Sunday. Good seats are available for both days, by the way. Then after the Yankee-Cleveland series next weekend, the Bombers take on the completely remodeled Go-Go White Sox at the stadium on Tuesday and Wednesday, April 24th and 25th. These 2 afternoon contests will give fans a chance to see the Al Lopez-style team patterned after the 1959 championship White Sox club. And don't forget, that's during Easter holidays when the kids are off school. So if you're looking for a place to send the kids, keep them out of trouble, send them to Yankee Stadium. Good entertainment, see baseball, and you can relax a little bit while they're watching the baseball game. Art Quirk and Dick Hall, a left-hander and a right-hander, are loosening up for Baltimore out in the bullpen. And for the Yankees, it's just Jim Coates now loosening up. And also for the Yankees, it'll be Maris, Mantle, and Blanchard to face Skinny Brown. Maris singled, line to first. He was at bat when Tresh was thrown out attempting to steal. That was the final out in the top of the 5th. A brand new ball game. It's 3-3. Skinny Brown still out on the mound. Pitch to Maris, knuckleball over, strike call. Man, that thing really broke. Triandos caught it down near the dirt. But it broke first over Maris's knee and then down. Another knuckleball. This one line to right field, but foul. Man, that ball went like a bullet in the bleachers. Nothing in 2 on Maris. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Knuckleball. Strike 3 swinging. Triandos drops the ball, picks it up. Maris running the first. A throw in time to get Roger. He threw Maris some fine knuckleballs that time. That's only the 2nd strikeout for Skinny Brown. He got Skowron in the 2nd inning. Maris here. Here's Mantle. Line to left field and walk. Nicky scored once. Pitch to Mickey. Knuckleball high, ball 1. Browns 1-0 pitch. Another knuckleball. This one is low, ball 2. 2-0. One thing about Triandos, he's not afraid to call for that knuckleball sign, even though it's tough to handle. On deck, Johnny Blanchard. The fastball is over. Strike call. I guess Nick was so surprised at seeing the fastball, he took it right down the middle. 2-1 on Mantle. Pitch is a changeup fouled off the end of the bat, and he had Mickey out in front. He changed speed. 2-2. The 2-2 delivers a knuckleball low and rolls back to the screen as it gets away from Gus. Full count on Mantle. 3-2, 1 out, and nobody on. 3-3 to score. This is the top of the 6th. Jimmy Brown kicking around the dirt in front of the rubber. Now he's set for the payoff pitch to Mantle. There's his windup. Pitch is high, ball 4, and Mantle walks for the second time. And the third walk given up by Brown. Here's Johnny Blanchard. Reached on an error fly to right field. 1 out, Mantle at first. On deck, Elston Howard. Gentile holding first against Mantle. Pitch is popped in the air to the right side. Johnny Temple is calling for it. He's under it and takes it for the second out. Johnny got under a fastball. Brings up Elston Howard. Ellie bounced into a double play, then single to left field to drive in a run. Howard was later caught in a rundown on that weird play after Skowron single to drive in a run. Ellie was trapped between home and third and then ran out of the baseline as he tried to get away from Brooks Robinson's tag. He did get away from the tag. Robinson never tagged him, but the umpire called him out. 2 out. Mantle ready to go, and there he goes, and the ball's fouled. Back in the upper deck out of play. You could tell Mantle was going to steal that time. He took a couple of hops and was leaning towards second base, and he had a good running jump. But Howard found a good fastball and went after it. 1 strike on Ellie. Here's a stretch by Brown. Curve low and away. 1-1. Skowron on deck. Brown sets. Mantle leading away. Throw to first. Mickey's back, and he was ready to go that time. Howard steps out of the batter's box. Now Ellie's back in. Stretch by Brown. And a throw to first. Mantle back. And Nick had really taken a big lead that time. Tipped it off a little bit. Brown stretches again. Quick pitch this time. Howard swings and misses, and Triandos dropped the ball, and Mantle slides into second. And that'll be a stolen base for Mickey. Everybody in the park knew he was going, but there was nothing they could do about it. Gus tried to hustle the throw as Howard swung through the curveball. Missed it. The ball popped out of Triandos' glove. So Mantle's at second. A 1-ball, 2-strike count on Howard. A lead run at second base. There's 2 away. All game tied 3-3. Stretch by Brown. Pitch to Howard is a knuckleball. Swung and missed. Howard, no, he foul tipped it. And Triandos dropped the ball. Joe Paparella gave the sign, rubbing one hand against the other. Mantle now takes his helmet off. Flips it to Wally Moses, the first base coach. A lot of runners like to keep the helmet on when they're running at least from first to second on those throws from the catcher or the infield. If they get hit in the head, that helmet will certainly help them. Again, ready for the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Here it is, a knuckleball foul just below us on the screen. Howard hit a knuckleball last time. A line drive single between third and short out to left field. Nobody warming up now in the Yankee bullpen. Quirk and Hall still loosening up in the Oriole bullpen. Mantle with a big lead at second. The pitch is a knuckleball that's inside. And the count's even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brown sets. His pitch is a ground ball hit hard to short. It dares up with it on 2 hops. Throws to Gentile for the out. And Howard hit that ball right on the button, but right at the shortstop. So for the Yankees, in the top of the 6th, no runs, no hits, no Baltimore errors. 1 man left. And at the end of 5 1/2, it's all tied up. The Yankees 3 and the Orioles 3.
So Golden Mellow's good. Today's Valentine beer. Have you tried it? So Golden Mellow's good. Golden Mellow, Valentine beer. Barley, specially grown. Hops mellowed 2 weeks longer on the vine. That's the golden harvest for Golden Mellow Valentine beer. Next time, better make it Valentine. America's finest since 1840. So have a golden Valentine. From Valentine's Golden Harvest Time. Refreshing and mellow every time. Golden Mellow. Valentine beer.
Right now, let's pause for station identification.
He's here every Monday through Saturday mornings from 6 to 10 to tell you why and when. Jeff Day this time on WOKO Albany, New York, one of America's great radio stations. The time, 24 before the hour of 10.
To go in the bottom of the 6th, it'll be Jim Coates taking over for Whitey Ford. Whitey went 5 innings, allowed 5 hits, walked 2, struck out 7, and allowed 3 runs. So for the second time against the Orioles, Whitey will have no decision either way. Coates coming on is making his 3rd appearance of the year. Pitched 2 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, no wins or losses, and has not allowed any runs. Walked 4, struck out 1. An oddity has come up, as we had asked Jim Ogle to check for us. In Mickey Mantle's career in the big leagues, with that last walk, Mantle has now walked 1,137 times and struck out 1,137 times. A lot of walks and a lot of strikeouts. And there'll be plenty more of both before he calls it a career. All right, Jackie Brandt, single to center, fly deep to left field. Leads off for Baltimore in the bottom of the 6th. Score is tied 3-3. We hear any word whether Whitey Ford's arm tightened up or whether Ralph Houk just wants to rest him, we'll certainly pass it along to you. Coates winds up. The pitch to Brandt is high, ball 1 as he bluffs the bunt. That was a tricky play. You see that? He laid the bat on his shoulder, let it roll off, and caught it backhanded. The 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2. 2-0. Had Brandt leaning away from the pitch. Coates, who came in to relieve on that cold day in Detroit, couldn't quite find the plate as he walked 3 men in a row. The 2-0 pitch. There's a strike right down the middle, belt high. 2-1. On deck is Brooks Robinson. All right, Coates ready. His 2-1 pitch is a drive to deep center field. Mantle going back and makes He makes a beautiful catch in deep left center. Boy, he got a good jump on that ball. It was not hit high. A solid line drive to deep left center field. And Mantle off with a crack of the backhand of the ball, reaching as high as he could. He didn't have to leap. A fine defensive play by Mantle, and it's one away. Here's Brooks Robinson. Walked and called out on strike. Hoyt Wilhelm, knuckleball pitcher deluxe, is loosening up for Baltimore. Curve to Robinson is over, strike call. On deck, Gus Triandos. 3-3 ball game here in the bottom of the sixth. The windup, and the fastball is hit deep to left field. Blanchard going back and makes the catch deep against the fence in the left field corner. Man, I'm telling you, there were two shots hit off Coates and two fine defensive plays, one by Mantle and one by Blanchard. You can't hit the ball any harder than that. Fortunately, neither one of them lifted the ball, or they'd have both been long gone out of here. And here's Gus Triandos, who did lift one last time up. A home run deep in the left field seats. The first time up, he struck out. Howard is out talking with Coates. 2 out and nobody on, and the score tied 3-3. Those were really two shots hit off Coates. On deck, Jerry Adair. Dick Hall now has gotten up to join Hoyt Wilhelm in the Oriole bullpen. Pitch to Triandos. The curve is high. Ball one. Wind up by Coates. Fastball popped in the air to short left field. The shortstop, Tom Tresh, calls for it, under it, and takes it for the out. So the Orioles get down in order in the bottom of the sixth, nothing across, and the score at the end of 6 full innings. The Yankees 3 and Baltimore 3.
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn to page.
On the scoreboard in the American League is Cleveland 3 and the Red Sox nothing at the end of 6 full innings. Monbouquet against Donovan. Chicago shut out Minnesota 8-0 as Joel Holden pitched the 6th hitter for the White Sox. Pasquale was the loser. Floyd Robinson homered in the first with 1 on for the White Sox. Detroit beat Washington 9-2. Bunning all the way the winner, pitched a 7-hitter. Daniels the loser. Al Kaline homered in the 3rd with 1 on. Billy Bruton in the 5th with 2 on. Dick Brown in the 7th with nobody on, and Norm Cash in the 8th with nobody on. Kansas City at Los Angeles playing the night starts later on. In the National League, Houston defeated the New York Mets 5-2 in 11 innings. Bobby Shan started. Golden in the 6th. He's the winner. Tiefenauer in the 11th. Jay Hook started. Moffitt came on in the 9th. Moffitt's the losing pitcher. Norm Locker homered in the 6th with 1 on for Houston. And Don Budden in the 11th with 2 on to wrap it up for the Houston Colts. Gus Bell homered in the 9th to send that ball game into extra innings. Pittsburgh beat the Cubs 10-6. Haddixon released the winner. Shilton released the loser. Leppard homered in the 2nd with nobody on for the Pirates. Brock in the 1st. And Santo in the 1st with 1 on for the Cubs. St. Louis at Philadelphia postponed cold. And the Dodgers beat the Giants 8-7. Drysdale, who started the winner, relieved by Sherry in the 7th. McCormick was the loser. Harkness homered in the 2nd with 1 on for the Dodgers, and Frank Howard in the 3rd with 1 on for the Dodgers. Bailey homered for the Giants in the 4th with nobody on. And now Mel Allen will be coming over to carry you the rest of the way.
Hello there, everybody. Dick Hall coming in to pitch for the Orioles as we go to the 7th inning. Skinny Brown in 6 innings allowed 5 hits. Walked 3, struck out 2, was charged with 3 runs. Dick Hall making his 2nd relief appearance of the season. Saved the game for Estrada against the Red Sox on April 14th. He went 2 innings. and didn't allow a hit or issue a pass. Struck out one. Bill Skowron leads off in the first of the seventh. Struck out and singled. Hall, a right-hander, pitches, swung on and missed. Strike one. The lanky right-hander's delivery is inside. Ball one, 1-1. Dick Hall sets, delivers. The pitch is swung on and foul back. Strike two, 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Next pitch is a little bit outside. Change of pace, 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way to the Moose. Swung on. There's a drive. Hit the deep left field. That ball is way out. Going, gone. Into the stands for a home run for Bill Skowron. And the Yankees are out in front 4-3. Moose hit that one about 425 feet. He hit it over the left center field fence into the stands. Bill Skowron getting his second homer of the year and fifth run batted in. Sixth run batted in, two in this game. Clete Boyer fouled to first and homered. Hall's pitch in there, strike one. 0-1. Hall's next pitch. Right in there, strike two, 0-2. Now the two-strike delivery. Swung on, there's a drive, hits to left, and the ball is going to be up against the wall, bounding away from Powell. Boyer heads for second and goes in with a stand-up double. In fact, he turned second, but held up after going 3/4 set. Jackie Brandt came over to play the rebound. Powell went back to the wall. Just a little incidental intelligence. In the past 3 seasons, Skowron's first homer on the road has been here in Baltimore. Jim Coates coming up. Gentile shortens up in anticipation of a bunt. And the ball is bunted, but in the air to Brooks Robinson. He takes it for out number 1. Jim Coates attempting the sacrifice. Pops up to Brooks Robinson. Now Bobby Richardson comes up. Flied to right, grounded to third, and popped out to first. New York 4, Baltimore 3. It's the 7th inning. Boyer on second base. 1 out. Now the pitch. Swung on. There's a high drive into left center. There goes Powell way back, and he dropped it. And here comes Boyer now around third, heading for home. Into second goes Richardson. As Boog Powell almost came up with an out-of-this-world catch on a drive that went soaring over his head against the left center field screen, racing with his back to the plate. He reached up, got his glove on the ball, but couldn't hold it. Boyer started toward third and then stopped short. And finally, Johnny Rice, second base umpire, raced out to the outfield and signaled the safe sign indicating the ball had dropped out of the glove, hit the ground. Powell blocking the view of the base runner and many of us. It's a double for Richardson. Powell banged into that fence and shook himself up a little. Meantime, Dick Hall is leaving the game. Billy Hitchcock going out to get him. And we'll have a new pitcher for the Orioles. Right now we pause for station identification.
Ed Jordan swings open the door to the world of the modern sound Tuesday through Friday evenings at 9 on WOKO Albany, New York. WOKO time, 13 before 10.
Five to 3, New York. Dick Hall in the third of an inning pitched to 4 men, gave up a homer and 2 doubles. Wilhelm coming on to pitch to Tom Tresh.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Baltimore, number...
Wilhelm making his second appearance of the year.
Wilhelm.
Both against the Yankees. He worked 1 inning in New York opening day on the 10th, allowed 1 hit, issued 1 walk, did not allow a run. Although the hit which he allowed, he gave up to Bill Skowron, and it drove in the winning run, which was charged to Skinny Brown. The Yankees will be at home on Saturday and Sunday. The Cleveland Indians will be in. Ladies' Day, Saturday afternoon, doubleheader on Sunday. And the Chicago White Sox next Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons. Tom Tresh popped to first, tripled to right center and walked. Talking to Roger Maris. Tom has batted against some knuckleball pitchers in his very brief professional career. In fact, Skinny Brown, who worked the first 6 innings, throws knucklers, but he has never seen anything that looks like Wilhelm's knuckleball. Bobby Richardson on second base. Quirk, a left-hander, Stock, a right-hander, warming up for Baltimore. 2 runs in the 7th inning. The Yankees leading 5-3. Hoyt Wilhelm into the stretch, pitching to Tom Tresh. And the pitch is high, ball 1. Wilhelm ready, delivers. It's in there for a strike. Tresh is jumping away from the plate, and that ball got the strike zone. It's like a snake. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, 1-2. Wilhelm again to the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Tom Tresh strikes out. Now the batter is Roger Maris. Single to center, line to first, and struck out. 2 men out in the 7th. 2 runs in. 5-3 New York. Hoyt Wilhelm pitches. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. The ace knuckleballer is pitched, is swung on, hit out into right field. Robinson comes on, makes the catch, and the side's retired. Maris hits the soft liner to Earl Robinson. 2 runs for New York. 3 hits. No errors for the Orioles. 1 left on for the Yankees. And at the end of 6.5 innings, New York 5, the Orioles 3. By the way, have you seen any of the Ballantine beer posters showing a picture of the Golden Harvest? Ballantines' own famous Golden Harvest? Well, if you want to find out firsthand what that golden harvest means to a man with a big thirst, you just pour yourself a frosty, cold glass of Ballantine. That golden mellow refreshment begins with a golden harvest. A harvest of choice grains of golden barley, specially grown, specially gathered, and costlier premium hops that are mellowed for 2 weeks longer on the vine than the hops that go in any other beer. Out of this exclusive golden harvest comes the golden mellowed taste of today's Ballantine beer. It's clean, it's crisp, it's naturally more refreshing. And only Ballantine has it. So enjoy the great golden mellowed taste of today's Ballantine. Fine Ballantine beer. It's the last half of the seventh inning. Jerry Adair first up. Hoyt Wilhelm scheduled to follow. And Johnny Temple. Quirk and Stock are warming up for Baltimore. Jim Coates, who relieved Whitey Ford, starting in the sixth inning, into the windup, and the pitch to Adair in there for a strike. The Yankee right-hand into the windup comes in with a pitch that's cut on and fouled back to the screen. Strike two, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. Fastball right over. Called strike 3. One away in the last of the seventh. And we'll have a pinch hitter for Hoyt Wilhelm. Looks like Whitey Herzog.
Your attention, please.
Herzog will hit for Wilhelm.
Batting for Wilhelm, number 6, Whitey Herzog.
Whitey Herzog, a left-hand batter. He's had 1 for 5 this season. Johnny Temple on deck. Five to 3 New York. It's the last half of the seventh inning. Jim Coates comes in with fastball inside. Ball 1. Jim into the windup. In comes the overhand fastball high outside. Ball 2, 2-0. Art Quirk and Wes Stock warming up for Baltimore. Five to 3 Yankees, last of the seventh. Jim Coates behind on the count to the pinch hitter, Whitey Herzog. And the 2-0 pitch. In there, strike 1, 2-1. The 2-1 delivery. Way high. Ball 3. 3-1. Jim Coates blowing on his pitching hand. 3-1 the count on Whitey Herzog. Now the wind-up. Round comes the right arm, and the pitch is in there. Strike 2. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Jim Coates goes to work, and the payoff pitch is high for ball 4. And Herzog works him for a walk. Up comes Johnny Temple with Earl Robinson on deck. One on, one out. Last of the seventh, 5-3, New York. The Yankee bullpen gets a call. Coach ready. The pitch, bunted foul. Strike one. Johnny bunting for a base hit. Bud Daly and Luis Arroyo start to warm up for the Yankees. Temple's had 1 for 3. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Tried to ride that one to the opposite field. He grounded to third, struck out, and doubled to right center. Herzog on first, one away. Coates into the stretch. And the pitch. High, ball one. 1-2. Jim taking his time. Now to the stretch. Herzog moves off first. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield playing Temple straight away. Coach rubbing up the new ball. A 1-2 count on Johnny Temple. Whitey Herzog on first with 1 out in the 7th inning. 5-3 to score in favor of New York. Throw to first, runners on. Coach almost threw the ball away. Jim into the stretch. Herzog leads. And the pitch. Swung on and foul back. Count remains 1-2. Johnny Temple hanging in there. Coach getting the sign from Howard. Skowron playing a step in behind Herzog now. The stretch by Coates. And the pitch. Swung on and hits foul beyond first, and the ball's going to be out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. Jim Coates taking his time. Goes to the rosin bag. Johnny Temple, tough custom up there at that plate. Now the stretch. Herzog with the lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit into deep right. There goes Maris back, getting under it, and makes the catch. Herzog races back to first. 2 down. And up comes Earl Robinson. Drew a walk, line to left, and double to right.
Earl Robinson.
Johnny Powell on deck. Howard out to the mound to talk to Jim Coates. 5-3, New York. 2 down in the 7th inning. And both bullpens busy. Quirk and Stock for Baltimore. Daly and Arroyo for New York. Coates into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on and foul back out of play. Strike one. Robinson, strong right-hand batter. Herzog moves off first. Jim Coates' pitch is inside, around the letters. Ball 1, 1-1. Took a little bit off the fastball. A 1-1 count. Coates again to the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. He fired that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coates gets the sign from Howard. Herzog leads away from first. And the pitch. Low and away. Ball 2, 2-2. Five to 3 New York. It's the last of the 7th. Jim Coates into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off out of play to the right of the plate into the upper deck. Count holds at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Herzog leads away from first. Coates ready. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Dropped by Howard. And the inning is still alive. Count remains 2-2. Once again, Coates is ready. Whitey Herzog leading away from first. Stretched by the right-hander. Here's the pitch, and Earl Robinson hits the ground ball towards second. Up with it is Richardson. Throws to Skowron in time, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of 7 innings, the Yankees, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Baltimore, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. As we go to the 8th inning, Art Quirk comes in to pitch for the Orioles. Mickey Mantle leads off for New York. Quirk, the left-hander to the wind-up. The pitch to Mick is in there for a strike. Mantle flied to left and walked twice. Blanchard and Howard follow. Art Quirk delivers, swung on and missed. Strike 2, good fastball. Quirk is a graduate of Dartmouth. His father is head of the physics department at Rhode Island University. It's his first appearance of the season. 2-strike pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right of the plate. Five 5-3 New York in the 8th inning. Nothing 2 on Mantle. The left-hander to the windup, and the pitch is low and outside. Ball 1, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's ball 2 high. 2-2 the count. And the 2-2 pitch. Inside the knees, ball 3, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. The left-hander delivers, and Mantle takes ball 4. Walks for the 3rd straight time. And up comes John Blanchard. Safe on an error by Brooks Robinson. Flied to short right and popped out to second. Five to 3 New York. It's the 8th inning. Quirk to the stretch. The pitch swung on line out into right center field, and it's in there for a base hit. Mantle turns second, heads for third, and goes in. The throw comes in from Brandt, and their runners on first and third, and Jack Reed's going to go in to run for Blanchard. Blanchard lines a single to right center. Elston Howard comes to bat. Grounded to short into a double play. Single to left, then grounded to short. 9 hits for the Yankees.
Your next, please. 40 yards. Running.
Reed running for Blanchard.
Number 27, Jack.
And the pitch to Howard swung on and missed. Strike one.
Batter, Elston Howard.
5-3 New York in the 8th. Infield playing halfway for a play at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line to right field between first and second for a base hit. Reed turns second, heads for third. Robinson's throw is cut off. Reed slides into third safely as Mantle scores, and the Yankees lead 6-3. Elston Howard comes through, driving in his second run of the ball game. And up comes Bill Skowron, struck out, single to center, and homered. And out of the dugout now comes Billy Hitchcock. Wes Stock, a right-hander, has been warming up. And we'll have Wes Stock coming on. Art Quirk, and it's a quirk of this game, had a 0-2 count on Mantle. And could have fared much better in his debut. Missing by one pitch, getting mixed, and finally walked him, and then came the 2 base hits. The paid attendance tonight is 12,210. Aaron steps in. 2 for 3, single and a homer. Jack Reed, who went in to run for Blanchard's, on third. Howard on first. Nobody out. Infield halfway. Stock, the right-hander, to the stretch. The pitch to the Moose. Swung on and missed. Strike one. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swung on a ground ball, hit to short. Adair goes into the plate with it, and too late. Reed scores, and everybody else is safe on the fielder's choice play. Jack Reed scores. Howard goes to second. And the Yankees lead 7-3. A fielder's choice play. Run batted in for Skowron, his third of the game. 7-3 New York. And the batter now is Clete Boyer. He's had 2 for 3, homer and a double. And the pitch. Upside, ball one. Howard moves off second, Skowron off first. West Stock ready. The pitch. Curve outside. Ball 2. The right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. It's over. Strike one. 2-1. Howard moves off second. Skowron off first. Stock's 2-1 pitch on the way. Low, ball 3. LeHue, a right-hander, warming up. He's a submariner. Jim LeHue in the Oriole bullpen. Ready for the 3-1 pitch now. Here it is, and Boyer swings and misses. Strike 2. ready for the payoff pitch. Here it is. Swung on, line by second to right center for a base hit. Howard heads for third. He scores. There is a throw into second base, sliding in safely. Boyer with a double as Skowron stops at third. Clete Boyer doubles to right center. Scoring Howard, sending Skowron to third. These 3 runs charged to Quirk. Skowron and Boyer the responsibility of Stock. And Boyer has really been belting that ball. Jim Coates up. He popped out to third, attempting sacrifice. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. That was in the 7th inning. Boyer has had 9 hits and 13 times at bat this season. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's a high pop foul behind the plate. Triandos right at the edge of the stands under it and has it. Coates fouls out to Triandos. Now coming up will be Bobby Richardson. Flied to right, grounded to third, popped to first, and double to left. Yankees leading 8-3. They've got 2 outs on the scoreboard, but there actually is only 1. The umpires signal it. Infield shortened up for play at the plate. Runners lead away from second and third. The pitch to Bobby. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Skowron's on third and Boyer on second. Now the scoreboard has changed to indicate that there's only 1 out. Stock to the windup. The pitch to Richardson. Swung on, fouled off up here. Strike 2. 0-2. Skowron moves off third, Boyer off second. The windup and the 2-strike pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-2. Once again, the windup. Runners lead away from second and third. The pitch swung on, hits down the right field line, and the ball is going foul. Count holds at 1-2. Skowron on third, Boyer on second with 1 away. Once again, the 1-2 pitch to Richardson. Swung on a ground ball, hits the second. Temple holds the runners, throws to first to get Richardson. Bobby Richardson grounds out to Temple with the infield in, no advance. And up comes Tom Tresh. Popped to first, triple to right center, drew a walk and struck out. Switch hitter batting left-handed against Stock. Two down now. And the pitch. Swung on. Little roller. Hit down the first baseline. Foul. Strike 1. 8-3 New York. 8th inning. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. Here's the pitch on the way. Swung on and popped up into the air. Gentile, Triandos, Robinson. Who's going to get it? Brooks Robinson made the catch on the first base line between home plate and first base. Triandos and Gentile could have gotten it, but Brooks had the best angle on it, and the ball was high enough for him to come all the way to make the catch. For New York, 3 runs, 3 hits, no Oriole errors, 2 Yankees left on, and at the end of 7.5 innings, Yankees 8, Baltimore 3. In the last of the 8th, Johnny Powell will be first up, Jim Gentile on deck, and Jackie Brandt to follow. Jack Reed playing left field in place of Blanchard, for whom he went in to run. Powell singled, struck out, popped out to short. Jim Coates, who's been in since the start of the 6th, in relief of Whitey Ford, swings into the windup. Around comes the right arm, and the pitch is low and inside. Ball 1. Pitch to Powell. High outside. Ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. It's ball 3 inside. 3-0. 3-0 delivery. High outside. Ball 4. Powell walks on 4 pitches to open the last of the 8th for the Orioles. Second walk. Coates has given up, and here's Jim Gentile. Hit a sacrifice fly to center, tapped to the box, and grounded to first. Pitch. It's in there, strike 1. Swung on, it's a high fly ball into left center. Mantle under it and makes the catch. Powell returns to first. 1 out, and up comes Jackie Brandt. Single to center, fly to left, fly to center. Curve low, ball 1. In there, strike 1, 1-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, 1-3. Swung on and popped up to Skowron. And then Richardson says he'll take it, and is right behind him. About 10 feet off the first baseline, right at the edge of the outfield grass. Moose could have taken it. 2 down, here's Brooks Robinson. Walk, took a 3rd strike, flying to left. Curveball outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit sharply to short. Tresh 1 hop. Throws over to Richardson for the force-out second of Powell. And the side's retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on, 10 of 8 innings. Yankees 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Baltimore 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. New York, Roger Maris up. Takes outside and high. Ball 1, ball 2. Match high and inside, ball 3. Inside, ball 4, and Maris walks. Mickey Mantle steps up. Mantle, inside, ball 1. And Mantle takes a strike over the inside corner. 1-1. Mantle takes the fastball outside and high. 2-1, the catch runner, Maris leading off first. In comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Strike 2, 2-2. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Mantle strikes out.
Jack Reed.
Up comes Jack Reed. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Here's the pitch is just outside for a ball. It's in there. Strike 2, 1-2. And it is swung on and fouled off behind the plate. It bounces nicely picked up by Triandos to prevent a wild pitch. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And up comes Elston Howard. Howard swings and grounds it into the hole between first and second to right field for a base hit. Marion struck out, single to center, homered, and grounded to short in the fielder's choice play. The pitch, oh, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Outside for ball 3. Swung on and grounded to short. Adair up with it, flips on to second to Temple to force Howard. For the 9th inning, Gus Triandos will lead off. Inside, ball. Right-hand batter is inside, ball 2. Over, strike 1 on Triandos. Here's the pitch. Swung on. There's a high fly ball in the left. Jack Reed under it, waiting, and has it. Harry Adair struck out, grounded to third, and struck out looking. Swung on, ground ball hit to short. Tresh up with it, throws on to Skowron in time, and they're 2 away. 8-3 New York, and here's Marv Throneberry batting for Stock. Johnny Temple on deck. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Nothing in two. Inside, ball one. One for Throneberry. Swung on and missed. Strike three. And the ball game is over, and the Yankees win it 8-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on.